Have you ever heard of the phrase of not having your shit together? Well, I think that it is a massive problem that we still do not know how to deal with. No matter how much experiences you get in this life, or how many times the universe is going to make you go through a same experience over and over again, if you do not understand this one thing, it's not nothing is going to help you get better. You're not going to change. I specifically want to make this video with the intention that this reaches the audience that are not able to get more in their life. They continuously settle for less. And this is unconscious. Look at yourself for a second. Are you trying to control your actions? Are you trying to limit something? Maybe you're trying to control a habit, let's say scrolling, because that's so common nowadays, isn't it? Let's say that you are limiting scrolling. You are trying to control that action, but every single time you keep on spiraling to that. Maybe one part of your mind tells you that you have to live a little. It's okay if you scroll a little, like everyone does, and it hasn't affected you a lot, as people in self improvement say. This was me. That's why I'm telling this to you. So it's okay to live a little. It's okay to be happy and scroll for a bit with the intention that you're going to keep it down later. And I have done this. In fact, I have watched shorts on YouTube and kept it after a few minutes because I know how much it affects me. But the thing was, I was still holding on to watching YouTube. I was making myself put that down after watching it for a few minutes, but wasn't it still affecting me? How is this compromise even existing? It is just a matter of me having to be in control of that situation, and being intentional was how I used to be in control. But this goes massively all other areas of your life. Like for example, I have taken people as the compass for me. Every single time I have a problem, I have watched videos, I have read books, I have talked to people. That has helped me gain knowledge, and most importantly, that makes me feel like I'm in control. But there is still that part of my mind that believes that I have to live a little. So, do I control myself or do I live a little? And live a little means that I do not go to these sources. I do not even obsess over my life. So, it's this balance. But what you really need to understand if you're caught in this cycle is that you are excusing yourself and compromising yourself to things that don't serve you because you do not believe and you do not know how to accept yourself and your state and take accountability for it and know what actually makes you alive in the first place. That part of you that looks at other people and gains knowledge every single time you want to be in control, right, is the part that places other people's opinions above your own. It's the part that thinks that whatever those successful people say, those people in your life that you deem as inspirational say, that is more better than what you think is better for yourself. And I agree to this for a certain extent. We are teenagers, we are people who are growing, not teenagers. I am a teenager, and we do not know everything. And when that is the case, we as humans must take advice, right? We must grow, and advice taking is the best method to grow. Absolutely. But placing opinions of them, even when you know that that is not best for you, is you compromising yourself. And compromising yourself is really important because otherwise, you're still going to feel like you're not doing enough. You're still going to feel like you're not in control of your life. To be in control, you have to do things for you to be in control. It's not enough if you be intentional, it's not enough of any amount of pressure beating up yourself. Any amount of that isn't going to exactly give you that satisfaction of being in control. And being in control is living your life in a way that you like it. I want to read you a quote from The Alchemist. If you've not read it, I have. So let me read this to you. That at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what is happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate. That is the world's greatest lie. It says that at a certain point, we think that we lose control of whatever is happening to us. And we think that we are pulled by a string that is our fate. I am a spiritual girl. I believe in destiny. I believe in the fact that things are fated to happen, right? But I also believe that we as humans on this earth have more free will than the fate that was written for us. We are in control of our lives every single step of the moment, though you may not feel like you are right now, because you still believe that a certain calling is wanting you to be intentional. A certain tarot card reading is making you to constantly go to those tarot card videos because those give you that illusion of being in control of your fate, and that makes you want to go more towards your fate. They are really helpful, but if you do not know that you are in control already, these things are going to overpower you. These things are going to take your power away, and they're going to drain your energy, and then you're going to wonder why you feel so tired all the time. You are in control, so how can you be in control? Yes, limiting sources of things that you feel like you're not in control if you use them is a major thing, but limiting them isn't enough. You have to understand why you have to limit them enough to limit them, right? So let's talk about how to discern yourself from societal behaviors. And if when I understood this changed my life. So scrolling is a societal behavior. Prove me wrong. Every single person in this digital era right now is scrolling, is doing something with their phone that another person has told them to do. This is a societal thing. We as humans have many societal behaviors, and that's not us to blame, but we are also to blame in the fact that we aren't being as rebellious as we could be. And yes, that is a far fetched blame, but I am normally hard on myself, so this is what I've written here, and that's what I'm telling to you. But still, we have a small part of us to blame for not being rebellious enough against these societal behaviors. I have friends in my life that have not scrolled a single day. I have friends in my life that do not even think about scrolling when they have a million things to do. And I was not that friend, but now I'm starting to be, because now I understand that things that are propagated in the society aren't meant to be followed always. And that's such a simple thing, but it's so true. Scrolling is such a normalized behavior that we just go to it. That's just on autopilot. And maybe it isn't on autopilot, but in the end, we think that it's okay. That's the society telling you that it's okay because other people are doing it. Why not you? But why not you take your power back too? Why not you be the person who is different from those people? Why not you live your life? Have you asked yourself that? Have you tried to become a rebel against the society in these small things? If you do not even start to become a rebel in these things, how do you expect yourself to build your creative path? How do you expect yourself to build a career for yourself, to build a life for yourself? So, societal behaviors, you can find number of them. You want more examples? I'll give you. Drinking too much water. They say I have to drink too much water, but oh my god, drinking too much water is so, it's so, I do not like the taste of water. I'll just get those packets and put some sugar into it so that I can drink more water. um Also doing yoga every day at 5 a.m. That's so I could never do that. I could never make time for that. I am too tired in the mornings. Is this you telling yourself this, or is this other people's complaints just projecting onto your little mind? Our brain accepts everything that is given to us, and that is a fact, but also we can rewire our brain. So, to rewire our brain, do things that make you be in control. Read books, eat healthy, do the things that other people constantly complain about, do the things that actually make you actually happy. I was about to swear there, but I did not. And also, in the same time, do things that help you surrender as well. Do things that help you surrender to your path, like perhaps meditation, uh, reading fictional books, a very good one, going to beaches, connecting to nature. Surrender yourself, pray, but do not stop being in control, because too much of faith or too much of self control is going to take you into two different ways that are going to make you miserable. So find a way that makes you constantly live for the more that you have created for yourself, and that does not make you fall back into the less that you had created in your past. Now you're not seeking that lessness, because you know that whatever others are doing, though they're doing it for their own personal journey, it's not going to affect you, because you know your personal journey now. And by the way, do the things that make you feel in control and surrender to, which are personal to you. So these are mine. Do things, find things that make you feel those feelings, right? So yeah, make this personal, make this shit personal. When you make it personal and dig into what your inner child would like and how you could develop your life more in such rebellious small acts, that makes you become more inclined to not settle for what society already wants you to do or already tells that you could do to become more better. We can't even blame the society, because people just want to help other people. uh, and receiving help is also okay. I hope you understand that, because every person on this earth, I believe, wants has a duty to help each other, and we need to receive that help, but we also need to know what we want, what helps us. So finding what helps us along with receiving what could help us is the main thing that you have to take away from this video, because being in control is just knowing yourself too well, too well, that not scrolling is like a piece of cake. Have yourself to yourself, be a rebel against not the society, but against the narratives that you've created for yourself on how you had to be. Because now, from this moment onwards, you do not have to be any self of you in the past. You are allowed to have a blank slate and go about your day as if you're a new person, and whatever people say about you, about the fact that you're becoming a new person, is on them. Because if they have a problem with that, then they have to take it up with God, because God knows that now, since you're in control, there is no one stopping you, because you're that resilient now, because you're a rebel. Go little rock star.